Hello and welcome to Basement Fodder, the only show whose host will come at you with the stiffest of dicks. I'm Todd.
And I'm Dave.
The stiffest.
The stiffest.
The stiffest of D's.
Yeah.
These new teeth fat balls. I put my balls on Dirk Manning's table today.
Did you?
I teabagged the shit out of the corner of that bastard.
Sweet.
I think I rubbed my ass on it too when I was
I was going to say, your ass was taking out some comments.
We are live from the parking lot of the Nutter Center.
Yeah.
We are a quality promotion here at Basement Fodder.
Yes.
It's good to have you back, sir. I had to do a show without you. It was sad.
Oh, I know. It'll be okay.
I had to do a Skype show with lady. I had to have a three-way while you were gone.
I can tell that it was so hard.
It was awesome. It hurt me to be with these two lovely ladies.
I can tell.
Ladies.
Lady man, ladies.
Lady man, ladies.
But which one's the lady man, lady?
Me.
Are you the lady man,
I am.
lady? That's accurate.
I tuck it back. Duct tape it to my taint.
I mean, yeah. Fair enough.
Wow, come with the filth. I always hope that things like this are the first time that someone listens to the show.
Yeah.
The stiffest of
what
dicks.
What the fuck am I listening to? Yep.
Did he just say he's going to tape his dick to his taint? What now?
Right. You got to nestle it. Nestle it right in there.
Get it right up in there. Because you don't want to, you got to shave your taint first, I would assume. Do you think they do that? Do you think they shave it? Because if you're going to duct tape it in there, can you imagine ripping that shit back off? No. I can imagine ripping tape off of your dick.
Well, that's why you get, medical tape.
Oh, you mean like the kind I used to use, wrap up your arms in football, that kind of tape? Or is it well, that's athletic tape.
Yeah, that's athletic. The medical tape that, adheres to your skin, even if there's hair there.
Well, because the stuff, we used to use in football, you could go on your skin and it didn't hurt that bad when you took it off. It didn't rip out. You could probably use that, too. Man, we are going way too fucking in-depth on that shit.
All right. Okay, so back to Gem City.
Oh, Gem City Comic-Con. And the reckoning was had, and we won.
I didn't even need to be there for it, and we won.
I kicked ass. I took names. I dropped my sack on Dirk Manning's table.
I talked to hot chicks, so that's...
We took Dirk Manning's table?
Yeah. I was Dirk Manning for a while.
We were Dirk Manning. It was fantastic. I was standing there talking to Dirk, and he went to go fill up his water bottle, and it was just nuts to butts in there.
Oh, God.
This is actually the most packed I've ever seen Gem City as long as we've been going.
Yeah. It was a good year for
He said, hey, man, since you're sitting here, can you wash the table for me so I can go to the bathroom, fill up the water bottle? And I was like, yeah, sure, whatever, doesn't matter. Dave was off gallivanting around, talking to hot girls and whatnot.
Yeah, like I do.
Cosplayers. Little cosplay the chick you're about to sleep with. I know what your costume is. The chick I'm about to nail.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So I was sitting there or whatever, and then you came over, and I was like, sit in the chair. They were sitting there, people are coming by, and they're like, are you Dirk Manning? I'm like, I could be.
I could be Dirk Manning.
I can be whatever you want me to, baby.
Then we came up with a joke, basically, of when he comes back, I should cover my bottom of my face with my hand and do that hand thing he does. And I was like, would you like to buy some comics, Mr. Manning? Would you like to buy some comics? Would you like to buy some horror comics? I needless to say, that was funny. And then we came up with the idea for
he was laughing at that.
Oh yeah, he loved it. Came up with the idea for the tag stickers.
Yeah,
that would be a fun one to do.
Because I said it would have been great if we would have had our banner while he was gone and just draped it across his shit. And then we would have had some spray paint and tagged his banner, Basement Fodder. And
then I came up with the idea. I was like, well, we could get stickers that have graffiti tag on it, and then be Basement Fodder was there. So I don't know, maybe we'll try that.
Get those printed up and slap them all over Dirk Manning's face.
And Victor's.
I was taking selfies from his booth.
Yeah. I almost hawked his merch and shit. That was fucking
we were trying to push. I was trying to push Right or Wrong because hell, that is a great book.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah.
It's fantastic. Got me some awesome comics. Man, there's a guy doing some great graphic novel deals in there.
Oh yeah, I got a bunch.
A buttload of those.
I actually don't think I bought any single issue stuff. It's all graphic novels.
The only stuff I bought single issue was you bought the Lackluster World one, right?
Oh yeah, okay. Well, I mean, but mainstream stuff.
No.
Yeah, I didn't buy any single issue stuff.
Even all the graphic novels I bought were smaller press companies.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm burping Hardee's.
Yeah.
We had some delicious Hardee's earlier.
What is it? Dark Horse and
Dark Horse, IDW. Yeah, that's
probably
pretty much those are my biggest companies.
Yeah. So it was pretty good though. There was a lot of deals on that stuff. There was some people that should have had some more deals, but I don't know, like, when it comes to, if you're going to do graphic novel deals and stuff like that, the half-priced as marked thing, to me, doesn't really feel like a deal.
No, because half the guys in there were doing, like, $5 each.
Yeah.
For all
it's
of
like,
them. It's like, come on, man.
And the problem is it's a varying thing. Like, I picked one up, and it was like, oh, it's like $25, or, oh, it's like like, they vary in prices, so it's like, sometimes I feel like I'm getting a deal, sometimes I still feel like I'm getting fucked. I'm like,
yeah.
God damn it. It's like, well, I'll get this one for $6, but this other one I'm still going to have to pay almost $20 for.
Which is horse shit, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, damn.
Like, if it's, something like, I bought a book from Dirk that's one of that he's got a story in, like a new graphic novel, and it's a big, thick one, too. And I paid $15 for that, but I'll do that.
Yeah.
Because it's, first of all, I'm getting it from someone that I respect and I'm a friend of, and, everything. And it's like I'm supporting an independent creator. And then second of all, it's like, to me, those kind of books are more worth it. Like, because most of the Marvel and DC stuff, the graphic novels, are like just collected issues.
Yeah.
And like, I know some of this, like, the Tales of Mystery is a collected issues thing too, but it's like, yeah, I backed it because it's his Kickstarter and it's a hardcover edition, glow in the dark, all that shit, But I don't know, like, I just can't buy those Marvel and DC books that much. Like, I'd rather just get the single issues for the cheap. I just can't justify paying for them. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I was surprised, too, because, like, there really wasn't that many, like, figures-wise that I was like, oh, I need to have that figure or anything like that. I was kind of...
No.
I didn't come with the mentality really to buy a bunch of figures.
Me either.
I was
I
like,
basically came to buy comics.
Yeah, this is like the smaller shows. I'm like comics. That's really what I'm after. Maybe a print or two or something like independent. But yeah, figures wise, like I saw some stuff that I was like, that's cool, but I'm just not really feeling it right now. I got things I got to do coming up, so I was like, all right, no figures unless they're super, super cheap.
I mean, by and large, really, like what we spent most of our time doing was just talking.
Yeah.
Talking to writers, artists, friends that we haven't seen in a long time. Like, I haven't seen Dirk in months.
Yeah.
And, like, you haven't seen him in even longer.
Yeah, it's been a while.
And just standing around the table talking.
Same with Victor.
Like, Victor, yeah same thing. What are you looking at, dickhead? All right, state policeman. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm mocking the rent-a-cop as he goes by.
Actually, they're not rent-a-cops. They're actual police.
Yeah. I'm mocking him anyway.
Okay, just let you know. I made that mistake one time. I thought he was a rent-a-cop.
Yeah.
And fucking when my friend lived here. Nope. No, they're real cops. Yeah. Like, they're real fucking... kind of like how, like, park cops, like rangers and shit.
I know he's going to come back over here.
Probably. I don't give a fuck.
Why don't you go shake down a 7-Eleven for a day old weeder, you cocksmoke? That's right.
And Dave's just like,
oh, the motherfucking internet sucked my dick.
Fuck you fucking fuck, blah, blah, blah. It's pretty crazy. But yeah, no, it was definitely different. It was a lot more, less shopping, more just hanging out, really meeting people, spreading the word. Getting
a chance to talk to people and get the show out there and, like, line up future guests, stuff like that. Yeah. Networking is a big thing for us at conventions these days. I think we spend, like, 75% of our time doing that these days.
Yeah.
But it works well, too, because, like, it's interesting because we see things from the other side of the booth, basically, now since we've done shows and, like, a lot of people know us now by reputation of the show. We get a lot of, like, people who are just like, hey, like, pull up a chair and sit down and talk to us and stuff, instead of being like, oh, buy a book or something. Like, nah, fuck that. Let's just talk.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely, like, different in that sense, because I remember, like, before the show and stuff, people would always be like, you're a customer, cool, but, oh, you're not buying a book? Okay, I'm slowly, like, degrading my talking to you now. And
I'm slowly, like, losing my fucks about talking to you.
But then, when you're, when that changes and stuff like that, they're like, oh, hey, hold on real quick, I gotta sell this. And then, like, when they come right back, and then, it's cool. Plus, you get to hear about a lot of the insider stuff, like things from con to con.
Trade war stories about convention.
Lucha bands.
Lucha rock and roll band war stories.
But, I mean, it's fun hearing all that different, like, insider stuff that, you get to be like, man, I never knew that. And, all con rivalries and all kinds of weird, crazy shit. You're like, this stuff exists? Fucking awesome.
Yeah, I don't want to say too much about that stuff, but that really kind of shocked me.
Yeah.
Especially since I ended up hearing both sides of it, because the other guys I was talking to right before we were leaving were the other side of that argument.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, it's interesting what you learn.
Yeah. And I have some few friends that are just kind of like starting out in the con circuit. My friend Rachel, which actually I'll probably be posting pictures up on the page. I got some prints from her, the whole set of her party monsters, which it's the old Universal monsters, but like in fun, different like party kind of pictures. So I'll post those up. She does a lot of horror stuff. She's been getting really into like scratchboard. Which is amazing.
I did some of that back in high school.
Yeah, it's really fun. She's gotten really good at it, and she's kind of wanting to focus more in on like, doing that. And she says it's actually been really fun getting to travel, like with some, with the cons from con to con and stuff like that. She's only done a few, but she says she really enjoy it, and it's something she really wants to pursue. So, that should be really awesome. I'm going to post up the information about her stuff. Rachel Lair, she does commissions, I believe. Lots of really awesome. If you guys like horror, old school black and white horror stuff, she, even like the newer horror, she does too. She does really amazing stuff. So like, I think it'd be something people that are of that type would enjoy. And I'll post, like I said, pictures and probably the link to her information on there, so that way
absolutely,
you guys can check it out. But we got to see Casey again.
Yeah, we didn't even know he was going to be there. Yeah, the great, awesome Casey Anderson and
Waffle Kiss
number 3 just dropped, as it were, as the kids say.
Yeah, and he was talking about
just dropped like my balls on Dirk Manning's table. Fight!
And then he has his new project, which I got to meet the writer, I believe. It was either writer or artist. I think it's a writer. For the new project, which is Vikings versus Unicorns.
Vikings versus Unicorns.
And I'm like, that sounds interesting. It has a very, like I was telling them, a very core goth, the barbarian kind of sensibility to it. But he was talking to me about it, and it sounds pretty fun. So I think you guys will enjoy that when it comes out.
Coming soon to a comic book store near you.
Yeah. But I mean, it's fun to like hear them talk about it because they're new. Like when we hear like Victor and Dirk and all them, those guys are been doing it for a while. But like my friends who are just starting out, and they get that like twinkle in the eye where they're just like, oh my god, this is amazing. I need to I need to keep doing this. And I'm like, that's awesome, like go ahead.
It is, like
go pursue.
I mean, especially for us too, because we're thinking about coming into this world too, and it's like it's interesting to see it from all angles.
Yeah. They're like, all right, let's get a really close-up perspective of, how the con stuff is. I mean, it's pretty cool. Everybody's pretty honest about it, too, whether it's good or bad. They're like, hey, this is what's up. So, I mean, it's cool. Now, what'd you think of the cosplayers? Okay, I saw some good ones. There was some like creative ones.
You should have pointed them out to me. I didn't see very many good ones.
I saw there was a few that were creative and stuff. There was a lot of your usuals, like a lot of Harley Quinns.
Fucking Deadpool and Harley Quinn.
Really?
Harley Quinns, and I only saw like 2 Deadpools this time.
I only saw like 2 Deadpools.
There was a gaggle of Deadpools last year that caused all kinds of shit.
Let's get the shit kicked out of them.
That was the greatest thing that ever
happened. But as far as like cosplay, it was kind of, I don't want to say it was tame, but it was like, it was a lot more mainstream, and it was a lot more simplistic costumes.
Yeah.
I saw a few like creative ones that were like more third-party characters, and a few that were a little bit more complex costumes. But I mean, as far as it was a lot more of the younger kids cosplaying. There was a few adults that cosplayed, but it was a lot more of the like younger.
There's a pretty decent Iron Man costume in there.
Did you see that Venom costume?
Yeah.
The full body.
That was kind of interesting. Yeah.
It is definitely one of those ones where like texture-wise, it looks better.
Yeah.
Further away, because like when you get up on it, it's very, but I think that kind of works for the symbiote type look. But it is definitely one of those like, oh wow, that is definitely a paint job.
We got to see a lot of folks that we have a lot of folks that we've talked to online but never actually got to meet in person, which is kind of cool. For our good friend Friendzilla was there.
Yep.
I just did his show, J.R. Blanton on Facebook. He's got a great comic that he's doing called Light Earth that he's been doing a backing campaign for, and like it's from what he was telling us, it's like he's been dreaming of doing it since he was a kid.
Yeah, we were talking about that over some Hardee's.
Over some delicious Hardee's. Yeah, actually, he got lost on the way and met us at the Hardee's so he could follow us back here.
Yeah. It's all right because like the place
it gets tricky.
Yeah, the place he went to was where they held the first Gem City.
Yeah,
like,
which was at the college.
Well, maybe the first or second, but it was like, in the student union. So it's like, I can't fault it for that because it's like, that's where you think it would. Because where they hold it at the Nutter Center, it's not on the front. You have to come around to the back. Yeah. And it's like under.
The back and under. Yeah. It's
so
it's weird.
Like kind of hard for people to, see that.
They actually have it in the gymnasium part where the basketball gets played and all that.
Yeah, as we were going in, we were walking, and we walked by a door, and I stopped and kind of go back in, and I was like, "Oh, hello, Wright State cheerleaders."
I was like, "Can we go in this room instead?"
I was like, "Yeah, if you want to have a cheerleader hook day."
This is my con.
Sweater monkeys are going to be flying everywhere. You're like, "Oh my
Sweater
God."
puppies.
That too. Yep. Puppies and monkeys everywhere.
Puppies and...
But,
apples and banana all over the motherfucking place.
Oh my God! But
apples and banana.
Yeah, so the cosplay was, was in abundance, but it was a lot more of the younger crowd doing it. There was some inventive. We saw like a steampunkish Joker and Harley Quinn, like a Victorian kind of steampunk. It wasn't bad. They were younger kids, so I give them credit for doing it. Actually, I'd say Harley Quinn's was a lot better. Really, a lot better and stuff. Joker's wasn't bad, but I mean, if you're gonna go that way, you got to go full makeup. He was kind of like he only did like some makeup, and I'm like, dude, if you're gonna do Joker, you got to do Joker all the way. Yeah. But if she did half makeup, she had it covered, so that was like she did really good, and she had one of those big Victorian like flowy dresses, so it was really nice. I'm trying to think if there was... I don't recall seeing anything like big and exotic, anything with wings, nothing.
No, we had to give Sarah from Roma crap because she wasn't cosplaying this time. She was wearing her awesome Star Wars kimono, which is very, very cool.
And it worked for her because it was hot as shit there.
Ball-busting, blisteringly hot there.
But she even was like...
400 motherfucking degrees. It was like Sonicon 2.
Yeah. But
Electric Boogaloo.
But she was talking about it. She was like, this is so weird because normally she's in, cosplay. Yeah. She's seeing everybody cosplay. And she's like, man, I wish I was cosplay too.
We're doing a cartoon.
Yeah. So it was fun. We had to give her a little bit of shit about that. But
and I told Dave that I was going to wear a kimono, and he banned me from doing so. And I said, listen, motherfucker, I will get me a Homer Simpson muumuu and wear it. Put the little beanie hat on.
And then I'm going to have to
strut.
Molotov cocktailing. For the greater good of humanity, I will...
For the greater good.
Yeah, I will Molotov cocktail.
My shirts are literally soaked, though. Yeah, my swanky fucking Batman bag that I got at the toy show that I posted pictures of, that son of a bitch tore, like, get out.
Dude, yeah, that thing was bad.
I was like, fuck you, man.
It ripped. And it ripped in two spots. It ripped where the strap was, and then it ripped at the bottom where the other strap was, like it was ripping through. There's barely anything in there.
There was like 3 or 4 books in there.
There was a decent
Okay, that bag is huge, though.
It is.
Like, you would think that it could fucking hold something, but it just was like, rip.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, it depends on where it was left. It might have just got
shenanigans, dude.
Warped and shit.
Yeah, I paid $1 for it.
Yeah, I was like, you paid $1. It's not that really big a deal.
I wish I would have brought the other bag in retrospect if I'd have known that bullshit was going to happen.
Yeah, what could you do? There's things you got to deal with.
But like I said, we spent most of our time talking. We got a chance to talk to, like I said, a lot of people that we've met through the Facebook page.
Yeah.
To talk to Todd Bestial, who does the horror show book. It's very cool. We actually shared trauma of being at Stebbins Con with the Lucha Rock and Roll Band.
Oh, good God.
Yeah. Like, there was actually a little group of us.
Yeah, we came together as like a fucking support group.
Yeah, it was like Dave and I and Todd Bestial and Matt Metzger and Aaron from Roma. Yeah, all together talking about Kenny from Roma. Talking about the horror that was the Lucha Band.
The Kaiju Chaos guy was there, but he was fucking... He's a dick, and he was always rooting for him. Like, yeah, keep it going. Like, shut up, Kaiju Chaos.
That was pure hell.
I know, good God.
Gene Simmons' brother and his fucking surf tone band.
Oh, my God.
Dean Simmons and the Dick Tones.
It was horrible, and we all cried about it.
Oh, God.
Then we talked about costumes.
Man, we did do that, too.
It was great.
We got a chance to talk to Matt Metzger, who actually spent that entire show next to us.
Oh, God, yeah.
And he wasn't actually set up, but he was walking around and shooting the chat. And like I said, we ran into Casey. That was great. And we met Todd Bester. I met Chris Charlton, who did the Black of Heart book that Michelle and Crystal and I did last week, which was a really, really good book. And I actually picked up 3 more issues of that.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Because I want to read the rest of the story.
Yeah,
it's interesting enough to where I was like, I need to get the rest of those.
I like it.
And I picked up an extra copy of Kindergardians for my little one.
Yeah.
So she could have it.
Keep your hands off Daddy's copy.
You get the fuck away from my comics.
I love that you
She's
like
comics. I want
comics.
to do the activity stuff in the back. I'm like, if you draw my comics, I'm going to stab you. Daddy going to smack your ass.
It's like, Daddy's happy that you like comics, but if you get a crayon marker or pen near my comic, I will bust your ass so hard. You ain't even got to think about sitting down.
I'm going to break my Reebok off and you chuckle.
Yeah. You won't be able to sit down because there'll be a size 11 up your ass. You'll be like, ow.
12 and a half.
12 and a half. Ow. Ow.
You had 12 and a half Reebok sticking out of your brown eye.
Yeah, I know.
Don't touch the toy shelves. Don't touch my comics.
Yeah, you can read them, but you write on them. It's done.
Comes that cop again. Creep over here, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
I'm like an aggressive person.
We're probably going to eventually get, like, harassed by a cop, being like, oh, why are you guys...
I'm going to leave a record, too.
Yeah, why are you guys sitting in the parking lot? What are you doing?
We're live recording a podcast. Would you like to be on the show?
Is this a fucking...
Facts?
Is this a fucking drug deal?
No, you left.
Like, no, I'm getting a fucking...
Yeah, get on. Because you're afraid of my manhood, motherfucker. I don't know what it is about, like, campus cops or rent-a-cops, but I have a hate for that. It comes out in a weird way. You know it doesn't happen unless it's a rent-a-cop or a campus cop or something. I'm just like, oh, fuck you, motherfucker. I don't know why.
Is it because they tend to, like...
Because they tend to, like,
posture themselves like they're cops.
Postulate at you and shit. Like, oh, what time to be going on here? I'm like, it seems to be me dropping my nuts on your chin, you son of a bitch.
It'll be like, it seems to be a lot of glare coming off that, like, checkbox badge you got there. What'd you get? Was it a Cracker Jack? What was that? Come on.
Did you go get those handcuffs from
Is that a squirt gun? Do you have a squirt gun and a... What?
Get those handcuffs from the dirty bookstore. Why are your handcuffs fuzzy, motherfucker?
They're fucking leopard print. You are weird.
I'm leopard print handcuffs.
Dirty man, you're trying to... No, I will not go have a nice steak dinner with you.
I will not have steak with you. I mean, I do like steak, though.
Yeah, I do, too.
I mean, I'll let you pay for my steak, but I'm not putting it out.
No, not no. That's at least 4 margaritas.
Margaritas. Could use a fucking margarita button.
Oh, God.
A boot now?
Yeah, don't get started. I want a boot.
I could use one a boot now.
Yeah. I got a few friends that are like, hey, you want to go for a beer? And I was like, actually, I could go for a beer right about now. That sounds like...
If I wasn't broke from buying comics,
I was like, damn it, I bought
broke as fuck.
Yeah. It's cool. I planned this out. I was like, all right, I'm only taking so much money out. And then, like, the rest is, like, that I have is, like, on the card is for food and other shit. So. And I did pretty well. It was cool.
I only spent about $50, $60.
It's cool.
Not too bad.
Yeah, we got to meet, Victor's artist.
Yeah, Ren. Yeah, he was really cool.
Yeah, it was definitely different.
I got to talk to him because I really love the artwork of the Samaritan book. It's fan-fucking-tastic.
And it's awesome because he's just as funny and just as, like, crazy goofy.
Awesome,
just as awesome. So, you know, it all clicked just right and stuff.
And I got to deliver to Dirk my newest creation.
Oh, God,
his miniature 7-inch tall visage.
Yeah.
Which he, of course, was very excited about.
Yeah.
Came in its own collector carrying case.
Yeah, needless to say, Victor was a
little pissed.
Victor was like, hey, where the fuck's my action figure, asshole?
He was like, oh, motherfucker.
It's because I'm black, isn't it?
It's because I'm black. Like, I'm black.
I would have been like, no, actually it is because you're black, because, man, the parts are hard to find.
They're hard to find.
Mr. Terrific.
I couldn't find a cod piece big enough for it.
It's like, man, Mr. Terrific's an expensive figure, and I don't want to tear him down. Yeah, I'm like, I don't want to.
I had to use I had to use that bronze tiger. I just got to make that Valzad. I couldn't do it.
Yeah. Now, looking back on it, though, like, do you wish you would have, like...
No, Valzad got me in the door.
Oh, okay.
Paid for the strip, so I had to do it.
So we got to find another, like...
Bronze Tiger
or John Stewart.
Yeah. No, actually, I didn't. I used a wrestling figure for the one I did for Dirt.
Yeah.
It was a leftover one that I had. Like, I don't have many wrestling parts left anymore. Mostly just heads, actually.
Yeah.
But I just happened to have one suited body, and I was like, well, this is...
yeah.
It's a match made in heaven. Like,
yeah, that is like, wow, I wonder what you do for Victor as far as, like...
I probably, like, look for, like, a wrestling t-shirt body, like one that's got the t-shirt and the jeans on or something like that.
Fair enough.
Like a Shelton Benjamin.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Shelton Benjamin. Shelton Benjamin and his mama.
Somebody called Mama.
Somebody call my mama. Speaking of that, WrestleMania is tomorrow night, sir.
No, yes, it is.
And you're not giving a solitary fuck about it, I'm sure.
Actually, I'm going to watch.
Oh, are you going to get to watch Mania?
Yeah, I'm going to go over to my friend Josh's in his new place because he's got...
you got the network?
Yeah, he's got the network. He's got that fucking huge-ass... Like, his new house is really nice, and he's got this fucking massive wraparound fucking couch to where it's like... Awesome. It's a customizable wraparound couch where it's like multiple different parts of it have recliners in it.
Fuck yes.
And he's got the network, the TV, and I think it's just going to be like me, him, and a couple other guys I haven't seen. My cousin's birthday was yesterday or today, so he's going to be there. So it's kind of more just like...
Did you know anything about the match lineup?
No, I really don't give a fuck either. It's kind of just more like hanging out with my friends. Like, I know there's going to be wrestling going on. Like, I know Bray Wyatt's going to get his fucking shit pushed in by Undertaker.
What do you think about Triple H Sting? You think Triple H will put Sting over? Or will he do that Triple H half-ass putting him over thing that he does? I
think Sting's going to fucking whoop his ass. I think it's going to be a great match, but I think Sting will whip his ass. But I'm disappointed because this is not the match that
should have been Taker.
Yeah, it should have been Taker. This is the match that nobody wants to happen because it's like, for me, it's one of those things where it's like, if Taker loses to Sting, there's no shame in that.
Yeah.
If Sting loses to Taker, there's no shame in that. Yeah. It's going to be a fucking phenomenal match. If Undertaker loses to Bray Wyatt...
See, either way, it means nothing.
Yeah.
Because if Taker loses to him, well, he already lost, and it doesn't do any good for Bray Wyatt either, because like if he loses, he just lost to a guy that got beat last year, and if he wins, he just beat a guy that got beat last year.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't fucking mean anything.
The streak is over. This is all fucked.
It literally means nothing now.
Yeah. This is why it should have been Sting versus Undertaker, because it wouldn't have been about the streak. It would have been about, this has been
legend versus
legend. This has been building forever. These guys have never got the chance to go against each other, and from what I hear, they both wanted to.
Yeah, and Brock winning that match last year meant literally nothing.
Yeah, that's the other thing, and that's the problem too, is it because like you've looked at what's happened since that, and Brock has done everything to basically make that victory look like shit. He's been the shittiest fucking champion I've probably ever seen.
Yeah.
Like,
how do you feel about him resigning?
I think it's fucking stupid. I think it's fucking idiotic because
$5 million is what he got.
Okay, but here's the thing though. He's not doing
for a part-time schedule.
Yeah.
It's horseshit.
I'm like, that's crap when you're firing half your fucking, your locker room. You're getting rid of good wrestlers, who, aren't as big as Brock, but whatever. These guys need time to get there.
Yeah.
But you're cutting all these motherfuckers for a guy who's not even going to be here the same amount of time.
Yeah.
It's bullshit, You got rid of guys like Brutus Clay. Like other guys that were getting bigger. Fans had a really big push for him. Now, I know they did just get, Samoa Joe?
Samoa Joe.
Which I'm worried about because Samoa does not fit their ideal candidate.
Samoa Joe.
Like, look what they did to Christian. Even after he went to TNA and became fucking huge and did an amazing thing, when he came back, they still fucking treated him like shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm afraid they're going to do that to Samoa Joe. Because, like, the thing is, they like Samoan guys, but they like big, extremely tattooed up, fucking brick shithouse Samoan guys.
Yeah.
Joe is kind of a...
kind of fat.
He's
for a guy his size, though, he can move.
He can move. He's portly, but the thing is, like,
I like that.
Yeah, he's portly.
He's a portly gentleman.
But he moves in a way they don't use.
Yeah,
that's the thing. They don't have an X Division type thing.
Nah.
they see high flyer, fast mover guys, and they always somehow end up trying to put them in a more of a hardcore situation to where it tears them down.
Yeah.
Like, Ray got destroyed. Fucking Sin Cara got forgotten. You know? Like, you look at guys who can move and have speed and fucking, can get aerial, all that stuff, they get shit on. Vince McMahon does not like those guys. No. He wants fucking just Titan versus Titan. He wants these fucking giant monstrosities pummel fucking the shit out of each other.
This is my theory that Vince McMahon is actually gay. Because
he likes big fucking ripped guys.
Big burly men. Like, he's big burly muscled men. Like, he doesn't like those. He likes big jacked up genetic freaks. Mm-hmm. He did that bodybuilding federation years ago. They're signs, people.
I think there's that, and I think he just has a very diluted sense of what the fans like. And I'm like, okay, yeah, maybe some females go after that and stuff, but it's I think those days are over. Yeah, they're for a while there, in the Attitude Era, it was cool to see these big genetic beefed up freaks and shit like that. But now people go back to the heritage of 70s, 80s, where these guys were amazing technical wrestlers.
Yeah.
They want the good storylines, and they want fucking good wrestlers. Like we've said it plenty of times, the women's division's a fucking joke because these women can't wrestle. It's like getting that way with the guys. Half these motherfuckers can't really wrestle that good. And because they're so fucking I'm just this giant fucking gorilla beefy motherfucker. Yeah, and it's that's cool. But, you'd rather see a guy who can fucking wrestle his brain out. I would rather see a match that is something reminiscent of a Bret Hart match, or, something where old fucking Psychosis and different things like that, where it's super technical, where it's submissions, Dean Malenko, those guys. I used to love watching matches like that because it was it was poetry in motion as far as move after move after move. It never slowed down. It just kept that pace of just constant. Who's going to win? Who's going to get it? Now it's
it's just a bunch of 2-minute matches that lead to 20-minute skits and 20-minute fucking promos. And I'm just I've just gotten to the point now where I literally fast forward through about 90% of wrestling. I just can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
But as far as Mania goes, it's you got Brock and Roman Reigns is over pushed and under over.
Yeah, I think this sucks because this match is what in ideal you would want.
Yeah.
But it's been pushed so hard and you knew it was coming for so fucking long, and you over pushed one and the other one has just been a shit since he got here.
Yeah.
So it's people don't fucking care about Brock anymore, and people are pissed off that you basically shoved Roman Reigns down their fucking throat.
Yeah.
So it's nobody cares. That's the problem. It's a fucking...
I couldn't give a solitary fuck.
Yeah.
The only match that I really give a shit about is the Intercontinental ladder match.
Yeah.
It's got, you got Daniel Bryan, you got Wade Barrett, you got Dolph Ziggler, you got R-Truth, you got fucking... trying to think of who. I think Miz and Mizdow. I think Rollins. No, Rollins is doing something else.
Okay.
But no, the other one's Dean Ambrose.
Ambrose, yeah. See, that's a stacked match. That right there is
ladder match too.
Yeah, it's a fucking ladder match, and you got guys who are capable of doing on ring, out of ring, all this stuff. Can do. Most of them have really good charisma and can really run a match.
I'm still pissed off they don't do Money in the Bank at WrestleMania anymore because that was my favorite match every year.
Oh yeah, because you'd have some guys that fucking cash it in right there at the last match and fucking take the title. But I think this is going to be one of their most exciting matches. I think it's going to be one of the best.
And believe it or not, I'm actually looking forward to a John Cena match because it's Cena and Rusev for the U.S. title.
Yeah.
And I think that they will hammer the piss out of each other.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're two big, giant motherfuckers, and Cena can herk up motherfuckers like crazy, and Rusev is very stiff.
Yeah.
And I think they're gonna have a pretty brutal match. And I think that one of the few things I could say that they're trying. It seems like they're trying to do that I could get behind is they seem to be trying to put more emphasis on the lower belts again.
Mm-hmm.
They've got
Intercontinental in the U.S.
Yeah, they got Rusev and Cena going over that U.S. title, and then they've got the Intercontinental ladder match, and it's okay, it could actually fucking mean something if you put the belt on somebody who's got some stature. If you put that belt on Cena, the U.S. title means a little something again.
And especially in the way they're doing it, because like Rusev's been destroying everybody.
Oh yeah,
and it's been very fucking U.S. versus whatever, and it's been very just old school Sergeant Slaughter and fucking what's his face,
Pat Patterson.
No. The
Iron Sheik?
Yeah, Sheiky.
Baby.
Sheiky. It's been reminiscent of that.
Are you lesbian?
But I mean, it's very reminiscent, and it works for the time. Yeah. So I think it's going to be one of those, they want to put, like you said, emphasis back on the smaller titles, because it's like, look what's happening up in the bigger belts. Nobody gives a shit.
Well, the fact that they basically had an absentee champion for the last year.
Mm-hmm. They've had to basically put more emphasis on the smaller belts. Yeah. Because Brock's like, I'm a dickhead, and I'm just going to be gone.
I work 4 pay-per-views a year. Fuck you.
Then why do you have the fucking title? Why
So you're basically making damn near $1 million a show.
Yeah, pretty much. That's bullshit.
Fuck you.
Considering, okay.
The Rock don't make that money. Like
now he does, I think.
Well, from movies, but I mean, he didn't make that money when he comes back.
Well, no, but I mean, he could ask for it.
He wouldn't do that though. That's the thing.
No, I know he wouldn't.
He's not that much of a. I mean, like I hate to say it. You know what? Here's the thing about Brock. Brock's an asshole, but he'll fucking tell you he's an asshole.
Yeah.
Like at least he's an unrepentant asshole. He'd be like, no. He went on ESPN when he signed the fucking deal and was like, they're paying me full time for part time work, and I don't give a shit. Yeah. Like UFC's like, they want me to actually fight. Who gives a shit?
Yeah. But I mean. You got to give it to, like, I'm not a John Cena fan whatsoever and stuff like that.
But, he works his ass off.
But yeah, that motherfucker works his ass off. And then you give somebody like fucking Lesnar fucking $1 million per fucking one pay-per-view.
It's disgusting.
That's fucking bullshit. John Cena has like fucking blood, sweat, and tears. He goes to all the fucking military things. He does fucking the Make-A-Wish shit like there's no fucking tomorrow. Yeah. Like I think he's surpassed Hogan as far as just, and Hogan even said it too. Yeah. Like went way beyond him. Like he's fucking, people boo him and hate him and shit like that, but he doesn't do it for them. He does it for like the kids and stuff like that, next generation of wrestling fans. He fucking works his ass off for them and shit. So it's kind of like, I think it's a little bit of a slap in the face to guys like that, and so that's fucking annoying. And two, the problem is like they really don't have that many people that I think can physically go against Brock anymore.
Oh yeah, no.
He's already beaten the shit out of John Cena. You've got Roman Reigns, who possibly could. Yeah. Then who do you have after that? Rusev would get tossed.
Yeah, he's literally beat the piss shit out of him.
Yeah. Kane won't do it anymore.
Done.
Kane's done.
He's done.
Big Show's done.
Pretty much done, yeah.
Yeah. All your fucking big mongoloid freak guys are gone.
Mongoloids.
Like, that's the thing. Undertaker's definitely done.
Charlie Horse.
Triple H is fucking the boss now. Like,
you hear me whimpering in the background. It's because I moved my leg and a Charlie horse on me. Son of a bitch!
Like, oh god, I'm dying.
I'm dying. You guys don't understand. I've been walking around for like 8 straight hours.
God,
dude.
Yeah.
I'm fat, okay, and crippled.
Yeah, it's pretty. I'm excited to see some of the things. Like, we'll see.
Excited to see.
Are they doing a tag match?
Yeah. They were talking about doing like a multi-team match, but I don't know if that's actually happening on the main show or the pre-show. And there's the Divas tag match with the Bellas versus fucking hot little goth British girl Paige and CM Punk's wife,
AJ Lee.
AJ Lee, yeah.
Damn. I think if they fucking like. I physically, skill-wise, do not see any chance in hell, as far as like a fair fight, AJ and Paige losing to the fucking Bellas.
No, me either.
Like, if there is, like, if they lose, it's because of fucking chicanery or outright
shenanigans.
Just shenanigans. And I know the fans will go fucking apeshit if it happens, because
shenanigans and chicanery.
Yeah. I would expect to see Stephanie McMahon in that match.
It would be interesting.
It would be interesting. Like, her somehow try to fuck it over. I don't know what else there is, like, match wise going on.
Pretty much think we covered everything.
Yeah.
Everything that means
anything. Yeah, it means it. Fucking the fuck. So.
All right, we'll see whatever celebrity chicanery they throw in this year.
Yeah.
Shenanigans and
hibbity
flibbity and ballyhoo and pyro and ballyhoo.
Yeah.
So I know we talked about it a little bit on the phone the other day, but the death of Perro Aguayo Jr. in Mexico with the Rey Mysterio match, or did we not talk about it?
Oh, we didn't talk about this.
So Rey Mysterio and Tigre Uno from TNA were in a tag team match with Perro Aguayo Jr. and Manic from TNA, or Suicide, what used to be Suicide.
Okay, yeah. The big guy? Or the little one?
The smaller one.
Okay, the smaller one, yeah.
And so they were having a tag match, and Ray went to set up Perro for the 619, and he did the push into the ropes where he,
where he goes,
where he goes like
torso,
down his knees and torsos into the ropes. Well, when he hit the ropes, when Perro hit the ropes, it snapped 2 vertebrae in his neck, and he died instantly in the ring.
What?
Yeah, he was 35 years old.
Damn. Did Ray actually? Did they
didn't know right away?
So he 619'd him?
No, they thought he was knocked out. Because there's video.
Yeah, there's
so he just hits, and he's like, you can just instantly see he can't move anymore.
Yeah.
They actually came out later that he died on the way to the hospital, but he was gone.
Yeah,
So he's not moving, and Ray goes to hit the 619. He can see that something's wrong, and I think they said he thought he was knocked out, so he just did the thing where he goes over top of his head, when he does the kind of thing like that. And then Conan was at ringside, and he was shaking him and moving him and trying to wake, because they thought he was knocked out.
Yeah.
And nothing, and he falls off the ropes, and he's laying there, and Conan's shaking the living shit out of him, and nothing.
That's probably not good.
Well, they didn't know.
Yeah, I know. That probably did not help.
The doctor said there was nothing they could have been done. Once it happened, he was finished.
Yeah.
But there was blood coming out of his eye.
Oh,
it's fucking gruesome. I would not suggest you watch the video unless you
can handle
seeing someone literally die.
I mean, we all watched the video of Owen Hart fucking...
I was watching it live when it happened.
Yeah, even though, there's still video of watching it, and it's one of the most fucking disturbing things ever.
It's terrifying.
Yeah, it's oh, God.
It's strange. I admit I watched the video probably 6 or 7 times because I was just trying to get an angle on it, trying to see... It was on live TV.
Yeah. Because when it happened, you didn't know what fucking happened.
It was in AAA in Mexico. It was on live TV. And, I feel bad for Ray because this was, one of his first matches back. Because, he just got released from his WWE contract and went down to AAA to work down there.
Yeah.
Of course, Perro Aguayo Jr. was the top heel in AAA, and, his father was one of the greatest luchadors of all time.
Yeah.
And he was huge. He was at his prime of his career. He was the number 1 heel in the promotion.
How did it fucking... It's just
the way he hit when he took that bump where he snapped the rope, snapped him back, and he kind of got whiplash.
And it snapped
his neck. It snapped to his C6 and C4, I think. Just pop, gone. And they think it's possible because, it was supposed to be a double 619 spot, and so when he hit, Manic actually popped the ropes too. So it's a possibility that, it jerked back too quick.
Okay.
And, you can just sort of see him, and it doesn't look like a bad bump or anything. It looks totally... And Ray's done that so many times. He's done that bump that spot in a match probably thousands of times because it's a setup for his finish.
Yeah, I would be surprised if he kind of tries to cut that.
I wouldn't be shocked if he decided to do it. But it was pretty. I mean, the wrestling world is very shaken up over it. I thought we talked about it. That's weird.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of who Tyson and I were talking about. I had our good friend Tyson, who's been on the show. He was over the other night. We were talking about it. It's a fucked up situation. But Ray was a pallbearer at his funeral. They don't blame... The family does not blame him at all. Yeah. This is a wrestling family. You have to understand. A lot of... I guess Ray got death threats. The Mexican fans were going insane. He got death threats. People were showing up at his house. It's been fucked up. He feels terrible. But he did nothing wrong.
Yeah,
it's just proof that a bump just taken the wrong way can turn
or just
out
the wrong circumstance
just
of
Manic
or whatever hitting it the wrong way, man. Man, those ropes, that's the thing. Everybody thinks those ropes are they're like rubber bands. You can just bounce over. Those are high tension
ropes.
Yeah, and
they have to be.
Yeah, because of the weight. I'm when you hit those things, you have to put some in to get the rope to move, and when it snaps you back, it will fuck your shit up.
Have you ever gotten a wrestling ring and hit the ropes before? I mean, you can bruise your damn back on them. They're literally, depending on the kind of ropes, because there's a couple different kinds that are used. Some of them actually have steel cable inside of them.
Yeah. They actually, the reason, that's another reason.
They ratchet those things on there.
Yeah. And, like, I've seen what happens when a ring breaks down. Like, we've seen some matches where people hit the rope and the rope snaps, and it's true. But the thing is like, when you're training, when you're early on in your career, you have to do a lot where you're just running and bouncing against the rope to just build up the muscle and, like, the density to be able to hit the ropes properly and not bruise yourself or, bruise a rib or some shit like that. Like, those things are no joke. So somebody being like, oh, well, they fucked this up. I'm like, no, man, those ropes can be dangerous.
Like, oh, yeah, absolutely. Now, like I said, the family, does not blame him at all. And, like, he was a pallbearer at the funeral. Yeah. And it was just a very unfortunate accident. But it just really shows you, like, that things can just, no matter how careful you are, things can really go wrong. All those people are, wrestling is fake. Nah, fake this. So, I mean, like, it's not the first time somebody's got paralyzed or got killed in the ring. It's unfortunate that it happened, especially to somebody who's always been known as a safe worker like Ray.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy, We definitely didn't get to talk about that. That sucks, though. But, I mean, that's the thing, man. Especially with, like, lucha wrestling, that risk is a lot higher because the speed and the complexity of the moves that they do and the timing. Like, when fuck-ups happen, they can do a lot of damage. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Like, that's why a lot of these lucha wrestlers turned out to be legends, because half of them don't necessarily make it.
Yeah.
Because they die.
It's rough.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal. Well, I'm sad to hear him that he passed and shit. And I feel bad for everyone in that match because I know they all probably feel guilty.
I'm sure they all feel terrible.
But,
it's a fucked up situation, and it's like there's no right way to handle things like that. And then the match did go on about another minute or so.
Yeah. Because
they basically just went straight to the finish. Like they left him to the side, and then T. Ray Uno and Ray and Suicide did the rest of the match, like, away from him.
Yeah.
And Conan was trying to get him out of there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like, if you're really interested in seeing it, like, if you go on YouTube, you'll find it. Just put in Paraguayo Jr. and, like, it'll come up.
Yeah.
But I don't say it's bad. I also suggest, now on a much lighter note, though, I also suggest that you go out and find Wrestling Isn't Wrestling.
Yeah.
By Max Landis, who's the son of the great director John Landis.
Yeah.
I won't even describe it. It's just like, if you love wrestling, but you understand what it's really about, then you should watch it. Or
if you guys saw the Death of Superman that he did, that was pretty funny.
It was absolutely hilarious.
It's something along that lines of funny. So you guys will definitely enjoy it. I gotta go home and watch it to see what it's like, because I'll probably laugh my ass off, because he's told me who all's in it and the characters they play and stuff. So it should be quite hilarious.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna watch it again because it's just so awesome.
It's just like one of those ones where you're like, that is funny.
I actually got a chance to be on another podcast this week.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys knew, like, I got a last minute invite from Fringezilla to be on his show, the CAC show, that was on the Blog Talk Radio, and got to talk some WrestleMania predictions, things like that on there. If you check out J.R. Blanton on Facebook or the CAC show, I put up some links to it on our page. And I don't think there's anybody on the internet at this point who hasn't listened to last week's show. So looking at the download numbers,
I was like,
blew up the whole fucking world. Those two ladies can work their ass off when it comes to promotion. So thanks to Michelle and Crystal for helping us get the word out there in the show. And they did a great job filling in for Dave. But I miss my partner.
I know I don't have boobs, but,
I know Victoria was making fun of us, though. We were at Lexington because I kept saying my partner, and she's like, all those people think you guys are a couple. And I'm like, people think we're a fucking couple anyway.
Yeah. It's like that meme I posted where it's like, we're such good friends. You're so close, it makes your family think you're gay.
Makes your family think you're gay.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, it's my partner, and they're like, your partner, you say?
Yeah, I was like, quit saying it like that.
Saying it like co-host. I started saying co-host today. I was like, that's my co-host.
Yeah.
This is my partner. His name's David.
Yeah.
Hi, David.
Jeez. You're like, oh my God, they think we're gonna skip away now, frolicking.
I'm Tiad. You say it the French way.
Yeah,
and this is my partner, David.
Yeah, I'd be like,
No, we got a chance to lay some smackdown on Dirk Manning and Victor Dandridge, and I did drop my balls on Dirk Manning's table. It was wonderful.
Hence, you keep saying you were really excited about that. You're like, I dropped my balls.
I did. I teabagged it hard. Nah, I'm just like, we had a really good time. It's always good to see guys that we know like that, guys that you get a chance. Dirk Manning is a hell of a man, and Victor Dandridge is too. I talked to Victor all day. Yeah. Victor Dandridge, I'm telling you, is one of the most interesting people I've ever talked to in my life. We could do 20 shows in a row and never get bored talking to Victor. Yeah. He's fantastic, and we're going to try to get him on the show here very soon. Yeah. And I did talk to Dirk about doing a roundtable show with us when we do Free Comic Book Day, and he's definitely up for that. Yeah. So, woohoo! And all you guys that backed the Kickstarter, the backer kits are out now, so if you haven't filled out your backer kit, please go ahead and do that. Eric Adams' Lackluster World is doing a Kickstarter right now. We're going to try to have him on as soon as we can to promote that. I think it ends the second week of April, so if you guys are fans of Lackluster World...
I think it's like either right before or right after taxes are due and stuff like that. So
if you guys are fans of Lackluster World, or if you're fans of any of his other work, like Rumspringa... Okay, we got to talk about Rumspringa for a second.
You want to talk about Rumspringa?
I want to tell you how much did you enjoy that film?
I liked Rumspringa. I thought it was fucking hilarious.
If you guys are at a con that Eric Adams is at, please go and tell him how awesome Rumspringa. Please go and buy Rumspringa from him. Or buy Lackluster World, because really it is a very, very awesome
Lackluster World I really like. It's really funny. It's really snarky, like fun observation.
And I love the artwork too.
The artwork's
very
really
cool black and white artwork too. Yeah.
It's kind of, I'm not going to say it's exactly like it, but if you guys liked things like Lenore and Johnny the Homicidal Maniac, it's in that wheelhouse. Like it's very like that style. I'm not going to say it's exactly, because I don't believe it's very like, trying to be like that. It just has very similarities to it, but it's really cool. I like the character. I just picked up the second issue, so I'm excited to read that. He has a shirt out that apparently I need to buy, which I saw it. It's hilarious. Has to do with some characters that show up in probably the third or fourth issue of Lackluster World. So I'm excited for that. What is it? One's it's Jesus, and the other's a talking teddy bear. Yeah. Oh, I'm excited for that. I'm like, I definitely want this, but my family will kill me. Just a slight against God. I don't know what you're talking about.
His stuff is and I love it because it's black and white, but it's also this very awesome shade work that's done on it, and it just makes it look so unique.
Yeah, definitely good. So if you guys, we'll post up links to that and stuff. So if you guys have already read Lackluster World or Rumspringa or stuff like that, definitely, help contribute. If you guys haven't, definitely check it out. If he's at any of the cons you guys are going to, go check out Lackluster World. I think you guys will like it. And definitely, if you like it, definitely help with the Kickstarter.
Please support the Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Also, the End of Days Kickstarter is still, or Scorched Earth End of Days Kickstarter is still going. Those guys are, if you take a look at the proposed package for that, I think you guys will really enjoy the artwork and the story on that one. I'm definitely going to try to back that one if I can. I know a couple of our friends have backed it already.
Yeah.
And I got a chance to meet Todd Bestial in person and pick up a second issue of Horror Show, which is his book, and it's fantastic. He actually did a sketch on the inside cover for me, and it was fucking awesome.
It didn't look like, usually when people do those quick little sketches, you could tell they're that, but when you showed it to me, I was like, wait, this isn't in the book? At first glance, I thought it was a part of the book.
Yeah, because he just busted it out while we were chatting. And it turns out that he was actually at the Wacky Lucha convention with us too. So we had a blast. I did a chance to talk to him. We met. Crystal was there in person. I got to talk to her and meet her in person for the first time. I talked to her a lot of times online and over the phone and all that stuff, but she was there in person to talk to her. I got to talk to Chris Charlton, who did the Black of Heart book that we did last week. He was great. I picked up issues 2, 3, and 4 of that. Pardon me. You already promoted your friend's thing? Yeah.
Yeah.
I am gay. We had that okay, we went to Hardee's for lunch, and I got this, like, Velveeta...
that was your first mistake.
Velveeta, like, toast, bacon cheeseburger. It was like a Frisco thing. It was fucking delicious. I don't care. It was beautiful, but then also I'm like, oh god, now I have farts
now you're feeling the wrath of Velveeta.
We're sitting they had a little section where people could, like, play games and stuff, and there was people playing Magic cards.
The Gathering, and you were just dropping bombs.
We were sitting there, and I crop dusted the shit out of these poor Magic people, but then you pointed out that they were Magic, and I didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Like, they're playing Magic, and I was like, well, let me see if I can queue up a couple more.
Yeah, I must have just said that.
Now that I know who's back there.
I fucked them over some more. Fuck you, Magic players.
Yeah, we had a blast. We took a lot of fun pictures. I posted some of them already, but I'll post the rest when we get home. Some of them are on my camera.
Yep.
Some of them are on the phone, too. But we're coming up on the hour mark, so I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. I just wanted to mention I had an absolute blast at the toy show last week, Columbus Toy Show, and I can't wait for the next one.
Yes.
And there's all kinds of awesome cons coming up that we're gonna try. There's some, like, smaller independent stuff that we're gonna try to drop in at. And before you know it, pretty soon here, the Spring Stebbins Con will be coming up. And we'll be at our very own table, dropping it like it's hot.
Yes. And I had an amazing time stomping monkey motherfuckers with foam weapons.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're having your LARP weekend.
I was going on the LARP weekend. And it was a blast. Actually, have to gear up in another week for my big LARP trip.
Tejas.
Yeah, I'm going down to Texas for one of the national LARP events for the game that I play, Dystopia Rising. They're having their event Uprising, which is one of the 2 national events. So most likely we're looking at a couple hundred, maybe close to 1,000 people doing that.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be a blast. The 14 hours, however, in the truck are not going to necessarily be a blast. There's 5 of us. Five of us in a truck for 14 hours.
There's going to be some severe bullfunga going on in that fucker.
One of them's actually a girl. Like, I feel bad for her.
I think you should eat several cans of chili before you go.
No, because they'll fucking...
Hormel chili.
They'll tie me to the fucking top of the truck and be like, whatever.
Oh, God, Dave, what's wrong with you?
I'm going to be the smallest person in that truck.
Oh, God. It's going to be wonderful.
Yeah.
That means I'm going to have to find me another co-host for that weekend, unfortunately.
Is it? I don't know.
Is that...
No,
it depends on what happens this coming weekend, because you haven't made that decision yet.
I'm pretty safe. We're probably not.
Okay, well then we'll probably be fine.
So
if not, I'll have to harass
No, but
someone.
The weekend after that, you will have to find a co-host, because that's also another dystopia.
Oh, again.
Yeah.
Damn you and your LARPing!
I can't help it.
Curse you and your want to hang out with someone other than me.
It's not necessarily I want to hang out with other people. It is. I just want to hit people, God damn it! I have a shitty job.
Why won't you love me?
Do you want me to come to the basement and just pummel fuck the shit out of you with foam weapons for like 8 hours on it?
I don't want you to do any sort of fucking me in the basement.
Well, that's right. Then you let me go on my LARP trips where I go beat other nerds and make them cry, and it makes me giggle inside. Or else it's gonna be you.
Fuck the titty chicks in the costumes.
Oh, the titty chicks. And the stretching and the titty chicks. It's going to be good. It's going to be good.
Yep.
Yep.
Stretching is always interesting.
Stretching is a God-given
flexibility is a good thing.
Yeah, flexibility. Awesome.
On that note, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up for this week. So, from the Dodge Caravan
of Doom! Or at least benign assholeness.
Of severe cramping in my extremities.
Like,
and flop sweat.
Yeah. Oh, God.
I'm Todd.
I'm Dave.
And until next time, the sliding door of the van is closed. If I can find the fucking mouse here.
It's in there. I swear it's in there. Grab your toe and
Is
stretch.
it?
Grab your toe and stretch. It's in there. I swear to God.
I can't.
We're having technical difficulties. Technical difficulties. Okay. So I can't find the button.
The sun is shining down on me, and I don't have my mouth. Get fucked. I'm gonna set your goddamn chonies on fire.
I'm not wearing any chonies.
Oh!
Yeah!
Get out of my caravan, you son of a bitch.
Right.
Bye, everybody. Until next time.
Rubbing it.
The van door's closed.